anywhere, please draw your cards. See, if I put that on, I don't have to do as much editing and shit because then it sounds like this is the actual official beginning and stuff. Even though, God knows what might happen in the...
Ooh.
Now, as per the normal request and stuff, well, yeah. Question, you guys carry trump cards and stuff. You're drawing the wrong cards there, Jay. That's for tarot cards rather than other cards.
I grabbed the wrong deck.
Let me suck back up those and hide the deck from you so you don't play with that anymore.
Oh, you took them, okay.
There you go, buddy.
I got a...
I'm sorry, go ahead, Vince.
Oh, I got a victory, a ta-da, eavesdrop, and fancy flying.
Now, if you don't click exactly in the center of like Ralph's cards, for example, but if you click like in the lower left corner of where it shows his cards, sometimes, not on all of them, but sometimes you'll be able to call up and see what everybody else has. But whatever you do, don't click in the center of their cards if you want to make it bigger so you can read it, because then that gives you the steal option and they'll be like, no, fuck off, and then you gotta spend like a minute trying to unsteal it and shit like that. So
yeah, that happened to me before. I was trying to look closer at the card and I attempted to steal it.
yeah. So nobody has any reds, right?
No reds. Ooh, I have an NPC draw 4 cards.
That might be a good one to hold on to until you actually run into somebody. Now, it's a free range kind of day, but you guys are going to start in a fucked off place. Just to double check, somebody does carry some fucking trump cards, right?
Yes.
Excellent. That way you can fucking choose your own adventure if you want. But I'm going to start you off in another place anyway because that's just me. So, who's been to the Foglands before? The damned hot Foglands? Anybody?
I have.
All right.
No.
Cool. Then everybody except Ralph is going to get some tarot cards and pick up some new skills. You can just copy paste the new skills I'm going to put in here and take care of it later, unless you actually need to start using them in game.
I've been here. Never mind.
Well, just you, Jason. And also these skills. And then just for Jason, see, you are going to get some trump card or tarot cards after all, you lucky person.
Just for you.
So these are new skills for the Foglands?
Well, they're just new skills. You pick them up in the Foglands, but are they usable in other places? What's up with them? These things are all possible experimentations and stuff.
Are these skills that we might have gotten from like Tri-Kingdom as well?
Some of them.
Yes, about half of them are literally from Tri-Kingdom's. Good eye, well spotted. But that would be the activate, blah, 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 blah. The identify stuff is all new. But yes, the identify ones will also work in Tri-Kingdoms, etc. And for your 2 tarot cards, as you can see there, you got the Ace of Swords and the King of Cups. So feel dramatic.
Ace of Swords, King of Cups.
Yep. And I'll hide the tarot deck from you again. There you go. All right. So here's what you guys see. To your rear is a thick churning fog. It goes off in both directions as far as the eye can see. A river, and we're talking a wide river. Like, if you're a good swimmer, you should be able to make it across, unless it's infested with unpleasant things. It looks like the kind of muddy silt that could well be infested with unpleasant things. This does not look like anybody like, oh, I can see the bottom. No. And that river runs down the muddy banks, because the banks themselves are the kind of wide mud flat type banks. Over there in the distance, the people are about this big each, like 4 centimeters big, and they appear to be working in and around the mud, and behind them is like some sort of shanty type town. And holy shit, is it hot here. We're talking swamp ass hot. We're talking Vietnam crawling through the jungle hot.
And describe the people again. You said they're
well, they're really hard to see. You can tell that there seems to be people-shaped objects. Or I don't know if anybody has like their binoculars with them, for example. That'd be a big fucking help right now.
Let me look in my backpack here.
While he's rummaging through there, ignore my dice rolls for a second. I forgot to
Certainly
check a couple skills.
I pull out some binoculars.
Wow, these are fucking handy. It's like, look at me with my binoculars. No problem. You begin looking through them, and there's some weird shit there. Let me show you some pictures. Oh, I got a new button. Move map. Done. You're there at the new map. Okay. Love these new buttons. There seems to be 4 different kinds of creatures. One of them looks like this. One of them looks like the second one's like kind of a pig people type thing. Some of them have like actual tusks and such. The third kind, the weird thing about the third kind is they all seem to be wearing some sort of really dark goggles.
You said you're showing us pictures?
Yeah, aren't you?
I can see him.
I can see him.
Okay.
I hand wrestling. I take the lens caps off his binoculars.
Try zooming out a bit there on the page that you're on. Wait, are you still a GM?
I thought I reconnected as a player earlier.
Well, do you have the blue page toolbar on the top right of your?
Yeah.
Then hold on.
Yeah. I don't know. When I reconnected, it must have put me back in as a GM.
Yeah. So if you use the cogwheel and rejoin as player, you should be okay.
Okay. Yeah. Let me do that again.
Now we know the rest of the story. I'm Paul Harvey. Good day.
I like him. I used to listen to him.
Me too, but we're fucking old as shit. Vince has no idea who that dude is. Or cares.
Steve Harvey?
Steve Harvey? Yeah, I guess. Okay. So, Jay, do you see him now?
Yeah, now I see it.
Cool. All right. And the fourth race kind of looks like tree people with shitty Wolverine hairstyles. Now, none of the races is holding the whip. They all just seem to kind of be doing their thing, working together, passing. It looks like what they're doing is harvesting mud and like loading onto pallets. In the distance, binoculars, super good help. It looks like there's docks and stuff, and there's like flat bottom barges, and other people are loading mud onto the barges and stuff. Your guess would be that that's one of the things that this town does. Probably 100, 200 creatures in here. One of the things that they do have is a lot of military guys who are kind of facing in your general direction, but they look bored. Now, also, everybody notices about a few meters in front of them is a super obvious trip line. They didn't even make an attempt to hide it or anything, and it looks like it's rope or cord or something, and it goes in between these posts, and the posts have these bells on them. So if you hit the line, then it'll make the bells swing like, that, and probably ring really loud and possibly alert the military guys. if you want to, you could easily step behind some bushes and trees. There's plenty of fucking ground cover, or you can just stand out in the open and see if they eventually notice you, because they're just probably sitting around going, "It's too hot to notice anybody."
Yeah, I'll kind of step behind back up towards a tree or something like that.
Do you want to gesture for the others to join you? Because they don't have cool binoculars like you do. They have no idea what's
as I'm
going
doing
on.
that, I'll ask, any of you blokes ever been here?
Yeah.
If you look around, you could usually find some cool shit in the mist.
Take a card, Ralph, and Ralph, give me a luck roll. Lower is better, just to be able to point at something to illustrate what you were talking about.
Right there.
Yeah, he points out some cool shit that's just like a little bit in the midst. And hold on, let me find out what it looks like here.
Is there the magic sled?
Say again, please.
No. Oh, he had a shield that he thought was a magic sled.
Oh.
No sled. No sled.
Got it. Holy shit! There, yeah, it looks like a magic sled looking thing.
Yeah.
I nod.
How fucking weird is that? Yes, I actually have a whole deck of pre-fucking generated magic items and stuff just for this place. So, I made 122 of them. Jesus Christ, I had some time on my hands. This is what happens when you don't have a girlfriend.
Let's see.
I go ahead and I step behind a tree there by Rad. So I took a closer look last time I was here, and it looks like they're harvesting that clay. It looks like it's good for kind of like more decorative purposes, mosaics, kind of building material-ish. Tile.
He hasn't seen a mosaic before, Ralph. You got to make sure to show him one at some point. And he'll see the connection between tiles and mosaics. And it'll be good. Instructive, educational. Parents love that kind of shit. Hey, if he gets a good career, he gets out of the house at some point, as opposed to living with you until he's in his 40s.
So what's the deal with this place?
I don't know. We just left. That's about as all. We saw it. We left.
We grabbed the sled and then we just left.
You ever seen them blokes over there harvesting the mud? Ever spoken to them?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
We showed up at this point, and they were like, "Man, let's go see what everybody else did," and we followed their trail elsewhere through the cosmos.
All right.
And wasn't that a good time?
I didn't mind.
All right. I will put the binoculars away.
Mm-hmm.
And pull out the case with the trump cards.
People were like, I remember one group said, "Logan, why didn't you give us a mod?" I was like, "I did. You left. Fuck you." They're like, "All right, no problem. Which trump would you like to attempt to use?"
Let's see. Let me flip through them here.
Because keep in mind, trumps, based on where they at, some of them may or may not break. Plus, people are always trying to want to shapeshift and shit. Oh, if you have any trumps of Doc Fulton, those are all dead.
I don't think so.
He's having trouble holding his shape together. Which trump would you like to see if it works there, Jay?
I will pull out one from Gothic. It's a warehouse I have there.
Is it the one that normally contains the motorcycle?
Yes.
Right, give me a luck roll at half to see if that one's still working, as the warehouse has undergone some issues. If you make it, it works. If you don't, rip up that card.
Luck at half, huh?
Oh, some issues. Oh, yeah,
Oh,
of course it works, yes. You guys go into a dimly lit warehouse. The only lighting is coming through slats of light through the boards, which have, a little bit of space between them, which is fortunate because you can't trump into dark places. So this allows you to actually make it there. Everybody give me a dex maneuver roll, as it's a little bit dark.
Ah,
You hear Vince fall over something rather heavily and into something else, and Wrestling Rad slips on something else and goes floom. Swade stands there, looking slick.
I wait for my eyes to adjust before I trip over my colleagues.
There's a lot of weird lumpy things that you're not sure exactly what they are, but it looks like Vince has found the motorcycle. He's currently losing a wrestling match with it.
mm-hmm.
Yeah, I bought that from Rad. I bought that off of him, actually, for one counterfeit dollar.
Yeah.
All sales are final.
Vince eventually extracts himself from that. He's fallen into some other lumpy yet kind of soft things. Wrestling Rad is...
Hey, listen, is anything snoring?
No.
Does anything smell like it's rotting?
No, it does give you a smell of... Roll a smell roll. Yeah, it's a different smell.
Smells like a warehouse.
Right.
Any holes in the ceiling depicting any kind of hazardous rain lately?
Yeah, there are some holes in the ceiling here and there, but you're not sure what caused them or anything. They look like jagged holes and stuff. Could be what was making it a little bit difficult to do the trumping and stuff.
Let's see here.
It's easy to, now that your eyes have adjusted, it's easy to make your way to the door if you'd like.
Sure.
You guys managed to extract yourself. A couple of interesting things. First, your warehouse seems to be about half full of various kinds of sombreros. And many of the people, at least 60-70% of the people that are wandering around are wearing sombreros. All different types, all different styles. You're not sure what's going on with that. But also, just looking around at the people, give me empathy rolls and first aid rolls. That'd be fine. And let me switch it back to the other page.
Somebody died from sombreros.
Quite possibly.
Right, suffocation. Yeah, they're fine.
Vince, you're thinking that they're having some sort of big party, a Mexican-themed party coming up? You're so happy you're here for this. Wrestling, did you make empathy and first aid?
Yes.
Okay. Interesting things. Anybody who made their empathy, people look pissed. Really, really pissed. Like, let's go burn down the palace type pissed. And those who made their first aid, the people are looking really gaunt, like they're not eating enough.
See the sombreros.
Pissed people in sombreros, that's not good.
Maybe they traded all their food for sombreros, you think?
Oh, I thought it was Spanish Inquisition.
I look back into the warehouse and try to get an idea of how many sombreros I have to sell.
They're everywhere.
You would guess a plethora.
I have a plethora of sombreros.
Aye, aye, aye.
Okay. So I read in the Interstellar Duvalaki forums that there's some kind of famine going on here. Either of you have a recipe for cooking sombreros?
I have a recipe for sombreros too.
Think we might have an opportunity here.
There's
All right,
all
so
kinds of. It looks like life has been going on in the city, and unfortunately, it's been going on downhill sharply for some reason.
Hey, Rad, before we leave the warehouse, did you want to summon my contact and
yes.
feed him at least one happy pie?
See what's going on. I close the door.
I prepare.
I reach back into my backpack and mark off a happy pie and toss it to Suede.
No.
Right. Suddenly, a kid bursts out of these sombreros. I'm the happy pie kid. Get out of here with the happy pie. And he rips it open and begins stuffing it in his mouth. And he's like,
Very well done. Well done.
He actually, unlike many other times where he just had some and would let the rest fall to the floor, he fucking eats every goddamn crumb. He's like licking them off of his fucking shirt and stuff. He also looks pretty thin. He says, "Thank God you're back. We've got problems."
Clearly. Would you like another?
Yes. He looks like he hates himself for even fucking asking.
I toss him another one.
If you hadn't left us with that gold, we would be dead by now. The food and stuff, it's gone way up in price. But your guys over at the Golden Lotto, they do like a kind of they're selling food for like the old prices and stuff, but they always run out. They're doing their best to try to help people and stuff. But that's not the big problem right now. Arnor and Poppy, they disappeared while they were watching some guys for you.
They disappeared, did they?
The big scary guys. Remember I told you about the big scary guys?
Yes, I keep asking my colleagues to take care of that, and nobody wants to, I guess.
That's right. Yeah, I know where the house is and stuff, but I don't know what's going on. They disappeared from the area, and so I told everybody else to get back from there, and I'd let you know because nobody else gives a shit about us except you guys. I mean, sometimes they give us money and stuff like that, but they really don't care like you guys do. Oh, I need to get some food other than happy pies. I hate them so fucking much, but I'm so goddamn hungry.
So what's going on with the green-haired guy?
I don't know. He sometimes he's around. I think he's looking for it. And also, he rolls his no shit roll.
Come on, no stuff.
There's been like some people that are talking about other guys that they never get a good look at who seem to be looking for, somebody. It's probably you. Everything's about you. He goes, like, I don't understand any of this.
Accurate.
Yeah, plus,
Are they? Do you know if they're still looking for Joshua McKay, or have they changed their target?
Don't know. I don't know. There's also one of the girls. She wants to talk to you and stuff because she's been having some weird dreams and shit, Mr. Red. Mm-hmm.
Sweet.
One of the street kids.
Yeah. Well, we're not just street kids. We're people. He says. He thinks about
people.
life on the street.
People. That's right.
Yeah, but she's been having dreams about you. And I don't think she's even met you.
Uh-oh.
You know somebody named Mr. Kanga?
Huh? Mr. Kanka?
Mr. Kanga.
Mr. Kangaroo?
I don't know the last name, but she said Mr. Kanga.
As in...
Sounds like me attorney.
As in the fucking dreams, he says to Vince. Your attorney's looking, she's having dreams of your attorney? What kind of fucked up things are going on here?
Mr. Kanga look like he's all spiky?
I don't know. You have to talk to her. Her name is Nixie.
Nixie?
She's kind of weird, but she's okay.
Now, So those dangerous people that you guys were.
Yeah, you gotta find them. Yeah, Arner and Poppy. I mean, they were doing their best for you. And now they're gone.
You said their names are what?
Arnor and Poppy.
Arner and Poppy?
Arnor.
Arnor?
Yeah. I mean, they were kind of newish to the gang, but I figured they could handle just watching a house. I hope they didn't do anything stupid like try to go in.
What, did they ever recruit Hickenbottom? Your gang leader?
Yeah. Nobody did anything about that either. I thought you were gonna have somebody do something about it, but nobody did it. Nobody's done anything about anything that you asked, that you told me that you'd have other people do about it. Nothing.
Jesus Christ, how much time has passed? I was just here 5 minutes ago.
Oh, wow. He says it's been like weeks.
I look at my wrist. There's no watch on it, but I pretend like I'm looking at a watch.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, just here 5 minutes ago. What the hell happened?
He says. Do you have any like regular food on you that I can take back? Because I mean, everybody else, the food prices are going crazy now.
Let's see. I think I was just down to Happy Pies.
A lot of people. Oh God, he says he's like.
Nothing to drink.
He says he tries his no shit roll. He says also. There's a lot of property up for sale in the town and stuff, and it's going fairly cheap because everybody's like leaving and stuff. Anybody who has any ability to farm and stuff, they're going out and starting to farm and things because otherwise they're staying in the city and fucking starve. But the military's still eating good. They always have food at the Golden Wattle, and the people are thinking about burning it down, but they don't want to burn down the Golden Wattle because they also run the soup kitchen and stuff, and they even give away free food to the really poor people and stuff. And so, there's that.
Right. So things are proper fucked.
Yeah, because nothing. The people you were going to send didn't do anything. He says they don't care. They don't care.
Apparently not. All right, let's have a Captain Cook, shall we?
Who's he? Was that food?
I put on a sombrero.
There are plenty here.
I plop one on, what's his name, Higgins' head.
Okay, no problem. Yeah, you guys go through the city and whatnot. It's definitely a bit more empty than it was. I mean, I'm not saying the fucking city's down to half populated. I'm talking like there's a significant 20-30% or something of people that have fucked right off. And it looks like there's no pets around, no dogs, no cats. They seem to have all gone to the country. Anyway.
Sure.
So remember, there used to be stray dogs all over the place.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's almost like the city's under siege and the army is hunger. Well,
are there still horse-drawn hansom cabs?
There's a couple that have like tough-looking guys and stuff that are keeping an eye on things, but a lot of them there's a few abandoned cabs with no horses. Yeah, people are fucking definitely feeling the starvation, but I guess it's good practice for, a siege. So,
what? Hey, Brad, do you have any silvers on you?
Yeah, let me see here. I got some coins jingling in my pocket.
All right, are we?
Yep.
How many?
I've got 15 silvers for Gothic on me.
That'll do. Gimme.
Here you go. I'll give them to you.
All right. Do we need Higgins with us right now or no?
Yeah, I thought I was taking you over to show you Mr. Cook or something.
Oh, okay. Are we going to pass by? I try to keep an eye out for the bodyguard place.
Okay. You're not going to be passing. Well, I don't think you're going to be passing that. Let me check the map here. Maybe you will. Maybe you won't.
Higgins, tell us. Check it out.
And I will,
Logan has to find out.
As we're walking, I'd like to use counter surveillance just to see who exactly is following us today.
Give me counter surveillance rolls at half as you guys look suspiciously around. Let's see. Get it. Your warehouse is in the Lower East Side, which is handy because that's also where this poor bastard lives. And you are heading over to, you're heading toward downtown center. So you're going to go through, in addition to Lower East Side, you're also going through the Springham district, where you notice the minimum security orphanarium is still running. No school has been built just yet. And they do have St. John's Teaching Hospital here, which definitely has some big lines and whatnot. Unfortunately, it looks like the O from John's has fallen off the building and crushed a couple of people. They're having to wait in line, though, in order to get in. So you guys head over to the downtown center, past the various brothels and such, including the Haunted Vagina, which is always popular for your ghost-themed orgies. And eventually, he has you guys kind of hide behind a building and stuff, and he goes, "Okay, just who's giving me the most money? Just Mr. Rad, because he's got ghosts and shit." Yeah, and he has you come over, and he's going to point out the building, and then he's going to fucking back off because he is absolutely terrified. And he points out it's a simple, rundown, one-story affair that looks shabby, even compared to the various brothel neighborhoods. Okay. It looks like it's shabby, and it's a one-story building. It's you're gonna guess maybe 4 or 6 rooms max, or 2 really big ones, or 1 huge room.
So it looks like a one-story house or something like that.
Yeah. It looks like the kind of place that any parent worth a shit always tells their kids, don't play near that house, okay? I mean, it's just underline that. It's like, you can play over there, don't go over there, or you get a spanking, and it's good for you. So, that kind of house.
Does it have like a flat roof, or does it kind of go up like an angle?
It has a little bit of a peak, enough that snow might come off of it if they get some snow here, but since it's California, it's enough to try to inconvenience the roofers, I guess.
No jagged holes in the roof?
No, but honestly, the amount of alleys and stuff near it, you're thinking that, give me security systems, Laura, roll. My God, it's virtually impregnable. You have no idea.
Fort Knox to me. Yeah. Admire the 10 rusty roof.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't. I mean, if you were to take one of the really strong PCs, they could probably just run through the wall and out the other side wall. I mean, we're not talking super fucking sturdy here.
Gotcha.
I mean,
so it looks like kind of old wood siding. It's not brick or anything like that.
You're thinking if you had like 10 minutes, a crowbar, and didn't care about noise, you could fucking dig a hole through it if you really wanted to.
How dry is it here? Has it rained recently?
No, not really recently, which isn't helping with the whole starvation thing for some reason. Yeah. You do see a couple of guys that you guys may recognize. They look like some of the other Doras from the embassy, and they're pushing a wagon along. And you also see that they have like kind of a one of those marketplace things. One guy's like, apple cores, get your finest apple cores. And another guy, he's got some rats and stuff hanging up. He's like, rats meat, rat on a stack, rat on a stick. And of course, the famous ratatouille. Another guy has a wagon near him and he goes, nothing, I have nothing for sale, absolutely nothing. And so on.
All right, I back around the corner. I relay what I have seen and how the place looks impenetrable to me. Slade, I don't know how anybody would ever get in that place.
I'd take a look at it.
Go for security systems lore. I don't even need spot hiddens. It's a ugly house that could have used. Well, you're thinking a little bit. Paint, some throw pillows, a blowtorch should be fine.
Can I support it with architecture?
Yes.
Like which wall not to knock down? All of them. Knock them all down.
Yeah. You're thinking if anybody tries to get in through any of the walls, it could cause the entire structure to do like a card house does, where it goes, and then the floor and the roof are together, and the walls are like, yeah.
I did make it at the -10 though that I gave myself.
All right.
Just made it.
Honestly, you're thinking that the windows, they don't have glass in them. They have shutters, and the shutters are not quite touching. So it could be like take a knife and put it in, go clip, and flip up the latch, and you're in. I mean, it's not. This is not fucking rocket science here. I mean, that's if you didn't want to just.
Very inviting, please.
I take out a knife.
He's standing there with a knife, threatening anybody who looks at him. But that's if you didn't want to go through the front door or the back door.
Gotcha.
Which may or may not be locked. Who knows?
Yeah, I was an idiot. I was talking, but I had my mic muted, so I was very confused. Nobody could hear me. So
we could hear you. We were just ignoring you.
We gotta get Vince a little bit better webcam at some point because he's super blurry. You're not seeing the blurry stuff at all, Ralph?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm drunk, so
yeah, that's fine. I'm thinking just get Vince a job where he can earn like $100 and he'll have a little bit of change in his pocket after he gets a top of the line webcam. He'll be fine. Yeah. He wants to work and work hard.
Obviously, you don't know this kid.
I was thinking if you send him to Southeast Asia, he could work in a Nike factory for like $1 a day, and eventually he'll have a camera. It'll be fine.
He's so lazy that when he's going to school, I'm like, "Did you put underwear on?" He goes, "Aw," and then I see him come back up the stairs with the underwear on top of his pants because he didn't want to take his pants off to put his underwear on. That's how lazy he is.
Okay,
holds him right up over his jeans.
Got it.
Oh, the worst part is I can't even argue against that.
Jesus, dude. All right, moving on. Wow, I'm a lazy fucker, and I haven't gotten to. I'm not going to take off my pants before putting on underwear yet. So you've got me beat, and I mean I'm a fat lazy shit. So, all right, great.
It's funny.
God damn. All right, so you guys are hanging out. You do see like the guys, the Doras are going by, and they've got like the tops on their wagon. They seem to be looking for like really fucked up or poor people, and they're just kind of slipping them a little food. And give me listen rolls or saying something to each as they pass.
Nah, I hear nothing.
Can I try to read their lips?
Yeah.
By a quarter.
Okay. They're like a gift from the Golden Wattle.
Okay.
And the guy's like, "How can I repay you? Eat it and don't die." And they go on their way.
I kind of relay this. It looks like the Golden Wattle's giving it out. Building up from goodwill.
Well, that could go a couple different ways, Rad. One, you had suspect of all the matching Doras. They could be just trying to curry favor, because you should find out who gave the order to give out the food.
Okay.
They might be doing it on their own because they're such kind-hearted individuals, or
Well,
they've got their own plans like you suspected.
Yeah, I mean, I would suspect either McKay would have had the common sense to tell them to help out, or the bloke who is managing the place also has enough common sense to keep the masses at bay and keep a little goodwill. Because obviously, the Golden Wattle is going to be one of the places these blokes want to ransack with the famine and all that. But we'll be certain to ask, find out a little bit more. I'm also curious, these blokes out here selling, if once they move along, we could talk to them and see if they know anything about the fellas that have been in there.
I've got a suggestion too. Let's go stop by the bodyguards. I've got a contact there. We can hire them for the day. And just so we can get an adult's perspective of things here. Maybe about the war, what else is going on.
That's right. Yeah. Let's do that.
By the way, the Golden Waddle manager is now named Zyke.
Zyke. Okay. And this is the fella I met before. That's his name?
Yep. Competent manager. You guys head over to the Mercenaries Guild. Let me check something here.
Yeah, his name was Thorington.
No problem. Fortunately, the Mercenaries Guild. The Thorington it's Thorington's Mercenaries. That's the owner of them. But the Mercenary Guild itself is at the docks, which is connected to downtown district, so you're really close. Let me just double check to make sure I don't.
Here it is. It was Carl, bodyguard contact.
There you go.
So Carl is with the guild or with Thorington's?
Thorington's.
So Thorington's is kind of a private outfit?
Yes.
Give me a memory roll there, Jay.
Are they a member of the guild?
Survey says.
The name is bugging you for some reason of the Mercenary Guild. You can't put your finger on it, but you feel
have issues with the son of that place or something like that?
Yeah, I think that's the son was the fop who tried to stop us on the street.
Ooh, take a card swipe for going boom. Yes, Jay, take card. You are correct. Vince, say more smart shit. Get cards. So, right, you guys.
What that is?
What?
Oh, who is that?
That's a spirit.
I don't know. I know it's all scattered.
Getting rid of a nada.
What was your contact's name again? What did you say, Carl?
Carl.
Right.
And you said the Thorington's Mercenaries. They are a member of the guild, or are they?
I don't know anything about guilds.
Thorington's Mercenaries is the mercenary guild of the town. There's several different mercenary companies. Thorington's is the one that you guys not only have a contact of, but the son of the guy who owns it fucking hates Rasslin' Rad because he's a fop and an asshole. And people during many time periods took an irrational dislike to somebody else and would then make it their whole life work to ruin that person. Unfortunately for this guy, Rasslin' Rad just simply disappears for months at a time and shows up for a couple of days and disappears again. So it's really hard to have a fucking vendetta or a feud against somebody like that because he's just never fucking around. It's like, is he around? No. God damn it, I'll go pick a different fight. So that's what's going on with this poor asshole. I'm trying to keep my rage going, but he keeps fucking disappearing. So, no problem. Ralph, give me a luck roll lowers bar to see where Carl is. He might be around. He might be fucking out because, he's doing shit. He could have starved to death. He could have been... Jesus Christ.
Close. I just missed him.
He's in St. John's Teaching Hospital. It was during the reign of sombreros. He was trying to save some people, but unfortunately, a massive stack of sombreros fell on him and crushed
Poor Carlos.
his leg. And who the fuck is Carlos?
You want to re-roll or
Ask the sombreros.
I think we're okay for now.
Yeah. Well, you know where he is. He's not going to run off.
Don't necessarily need Carl to...
No, it wouldn't hurt. Why don't we go ahead and hire somebody else then? It cost, I think we paid like 12 silver pieces for 3 guards for 4 hours. So...
Sure.
I think we should hire one for a day just to have with us, and
yeah. So
If you're not planning on doing illegal shit, that's great.
now, last time I had figured out that Thornton's company was definitely not in favor with the local military, and that's part of the reason
Correct.
they didn't want him in the Golden Wattle. Is there a mercenary company that is in favor with the local military that maybe they subcontract out some of their shit to?
None that are in this town, but
None that are
there
in this
are
town.
in many other towns in even this world. Yes, yes.
I don't believe it.
Yeah.
Let's see. Which so if there's many mercenary companies,
There's a few, but you're not really up on. I don't think. Well, give me a current events.
can I make a streetwise? I am acclimatized here.
That's more for like knowing where to fence stuff and get illegal things. You can try to find out where to get illegal mercenaries, I guess.
I'll be right
Streetwise
back.
is pretty illegal. It's mostly criminal in nature. Otherwise, there's no use for a current event skill.
Current events. What about, let's see, what else do I got here? Would business help?
Sure. I'll let you roll it a negative. Go for
Okay.
if not, I've got a contact we could talk to.
it.
Got up by half.
You know of there's like the big three mercenary things in this town. One of them actually concentrates more on the roads, like doing security on the roads. You know, one of them is for miscellaneous missions. That's Thornton's. Hold on, I'm going to take notes too so I don't fucking forget, because Jay will come up with this shit in 3 months and I'll be like, what? Mercenary companies.
We got Thornton's, we got the Road Warriors, and we got...
Oh, I like that for a name. The Road Warriors, because it fits in with everything.
Did they clink 3 bottles together? Warriors, come out to play.
They like to say things like, oh, I can drive that tanker. And then the third one is
Give me a
probably
second,
who we
I'm
want to
catching
approach.
up.
Or maybe we should hire Thornton's if we want to leave open the possibility of repairing relations with Mr. Fopp.
Okay, with your amazing knowledge of business. Okay, the Road Warriors, security for the roads. Thornton's, in-city security for the rich and some out-of-town special missions. And Babington's, they only work for wealthy organizations within the city. They're like, if a bank wants to hire their own mercenaries, for example.
Gotcha.
I mean, you could hire some for the Golden Wattle. Babington's would be the kind of place. They like large, solid-looking men who, you know, they may not be good at running or anything, but they're good at looking large and solid and, you know, protecting whatever shit. They exclusively hire people with no imagination so they don't get bored.
So they don't get bored.
Oh yeah, well, if you put somebody bright in a security guard job, they will fucking lose their goddamn mind. But if you get somebody who, you know, I go to work, I go home, fuck my wife, eat my dinner, go to sleep, go to work, and they're happy with this is fine. This is a good job for them.
What's that? The man has a book? Nope, fire him.
Right.
Okay, so we got the Road Warriors, Thornton's, and Babington's.
Yeah, Thornton's is definitely the the one that, like, if you need some kind of out of town special mission done and stuff. However, give me current events rolls.
Is that even a skill?
Yeah, I think it's under C. If it's not, then it should be under C, but it's not.
No,
Of course it's not. Yeah, give me learn rolls. It's a good way to get a check and learn. Mm-hmm.
Let's see, learn.
No.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So yeah, rumor has it that blah blah blah. Cool.
So let's see. So yeah, we've got, if we want to hire some bodyguards, these are options other than Thoringtons. We got the ones that specialize more in caravans and road security, and then the ones that specialize more in dealing with businesses. Now, do I know, will Babington's, since they specialize like in businesses and banks, do they only hire out like large groups of security, or do they still hire out like singles? You get like 1, 2, 3 at a time, do I know?
You're not really sure on the specifics and stuff. You only know with your business skill that they exist, and there's not great money in it, but probably steady money in it. Especially Babington's, because the number of banks and shit like that doesn't really fluctuate wildly.
I'd possibly like to try something first, Rad. Why don't we go talk to Carl in the hospital? Just see if we could get an easy in visitation, just in and out real fast before maybe he's got some of his buddies, something like that.
Hey, hey, mister, did you forget about me? Says Higgins, standing there patiently waiting.
I pat him on the head. You're doing a great job there, Higgins.
God damn it. He says.
Kind of adjust his sombrero a little bit.
He just looks dejected, like, I'm being forgotten about. And he points toward the house. He's like,
The house where the bad guys were?
Yeah.
It's right. No, kind of lower his hand up.
Poppy.
Yep. We're researching. Pay attention to Mr. Swade here. He's going to teach us all about security. We don't want to just walk in the front door. We're going to collect a little information first. Isn't that right?
I just can go walk up and knock. I just go across the street and knock on the front door.
Swade just wanders over there, and the kid goes.
I lean against the building. Watch and learn.
Right. You go chunk, chunk, and the door does one of those slow open things as you knock on it. It's not even locked. It's not even completely closed. This looks like give me a smell roll, Swade.
As he's doing that too, I want to look around real carefully, see if people are kind of watching him.
Let me see if give me a spot at half J. Jesus. As far as most of the people in the street, they're watching everything except you. Holy shit. You see some sort of Harlequin freak show, like kind of, he has a little bit of Predator armor stuff going on, and he's like watching you from a building, and then he kind of just ducks behind the building, and you're thinking...
He seems to be watching me, or is he watching Jack Swade at the door?
You guys, no, he's not interested in Swade doing whatever the fuck.
I figure like we're still like across the street. I'm like kind of leaning against the building.
Yeah, give me a 6 sense danger sense there, wrestling rat. Yes,
we're fine.
Yeah, everything's good.
I made my smelly roll.
This house smells of death, just faintly, like in a subtle.
Oh yeah, and once you smell it, you never forget it.
Never forget.
All right.
Never forget. Never get off the boat. What happened to fucking Vince?
I think he's being summoned.
So I see the door open, or is it just... okay.
Yeah, open it a little bit wider, get some light in there.
All right. It looks like the only light is like either coming through cracks and stuff here or there, or what's coming through the door. It looks kind of dusty and unused. Give me a tracking roll as you're looking around there, Swade. You're standing there. The kid is shocked that Swade just blatantly went over there and did shit. Suede looks around, looks at you guys, looks around. As far as you can tell, everybody is blatantly ignoring you guys. You see a guy, in fact, go over to the cart where the guy is selling nothing, and he's like looking at it like he's interested in maybe buying something.
So at this point, I'm walking across the street to over to where Suede is.
What's Vince doing?
I'm just doing counter surveillance, watching everybody.
Nobody cares about you. What are you doing?
I guess I walk over too.
No problem. He does the kind of, and then he hurries after Jay, trying to make it more obvious. We're doing evil shit.
When I'm next to Suede, as he's kind of looking around, I'll lean in quietly and relay that I saw what I saw. Saw someone in this kind of predator armor checking us out. Want to be on guard?
All right.
And then I'll do the same thing I'll let Vince know as well.
Mm-hmm. Vince and Jay, give me tracking rolls if you please.
I'll let you guys take the lead on this one for a second.
Ooh, we got summoned.
It's perfectly fine. Why is my tracking so low? Could have sworn it's a lot higher.
Everything's fine.
Nice.
I have a thief training card I'm going to play. Permanently increase one of my skills up to a 60.
Sounds good. I'm surprised you held on to it this long.
Can I just kind of take a quick look around? I mean, is there broken glass or?
It definitely looks dusty and unused in here. Although I would like to point out, you guys are all literally clustered in the open doorway, just outside of the place, looking super duper suspicious.
I just walk in.
I figured Sweet was probably in the foyer or opening room if he was doing the tracking or whatever.
No, I just having him look down.
Gotcha.
You guys want to go in and drag Suede in after you, or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
You guys go on in. The house has only a few rooms. Kitchen, bedroom, living room, other room. All of them are dusty, unused looking, really, really basic looking. It doesn't look like anybody's lived here ever, which is confusing.
Okay. I'll go around. Just want to take a kind of a closer look for any kind of sign for when the last time someone was here, using my evidence analysis.
Well,
yeah.
You don't really, maybe never. Give me a spot hidden rolls. Lower is better.
Can I observe the door? Because you said it was not even locked. So I wonder if someone did something.
It looks like it has a latch that used to be on it, but at some point it was broken. So now it closes and can kind of stay closed. There's a brick nearby, so if it's maybe too windy or something, or you want to really slow somebody down by a second or something, you can put the brick next to the door to keep it closed. Wrestling Rad. In the bedroom, you find a carpet just reeks of suspicion, because the carpet has less dust on it than everything else. And when you check, there's also nails through part of the carpet, which is interesting.